All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are going to try a river I have not been to as of yet. It's called the Clearwater River. It's just outside of Caroline. There'll be lots of maps throughout the video so you can see just exactly where it is we are, where we're digging. We have done a few on Fallen Timber Creek. We've done some Little Red Deer River, we've done some Red Deer River, we've done the James River, so now we're going to do the Clearwater River, and some of our videos coming up in the future, we're going to be doing the North Saskatchewan, and a couple other little creeks and stuff that I rarely ever hear of anybody going to. But Clearwater River, I don't really see a whole lot of videos on the Clearwater River. And I've had a couple people ask me, hey, could you do something on the Clearwater River? Definitely. I'm always willing to go to a new place. If you do have any kind of rivers in Alberta that you've been to or that you would like to see, or you've driven by and maybe just been a little bit curious as to know, hey, would there be any gold in there? Put it in the comments down below, and I will definitely at some point throughout the season attempt to get to those spots, because I'm always interested in new places. And you know what, if I can save you the hassle, you know, rather than going somewheres and not getting any gold, and have you go somewheres where you do find gold and enjoy yourself, the more people we bring into this community, the better. Just a reminder, we'll be doing a live episode within the next couple of weeks. Just to give you a heads up, I did get a new order of t-shirts in, a new shipment of t-shirts, so we'll be making up those, and we'll be getting ready to give those out. I do have a couple of pay dirts for our 500 subscriber giveaway, so make sure you're subscribed before then so that you get a chance to get some of that stuff. So we're gonna go down to the river and do some test pans and see what we can get. All right, everybody, here we are. We're at the middle of nowhere. It's a little bit of a drive down. I'll show you on a map where we're at right here. We're just outside of the town of Caroline, and this is the Clearwater River. She's a little flooded right now, but we have found a couple of spots where we can go test panning. So what we'll do now, I got my gear, my pans, my classifiers, I did bring my sniffer bottle this time, so that's good. The camera gear and stuff. We'll walk out to the point where we're going to do some test panning, and then we'll set up and just get to the test panning. Alright, so if you look over here, there's lots of bank and stuff that we can look in, some gravels. Then you come back this way, you see there's some light gravels and sands, and just follow that ridge around and you'll see it. There's gravel deposits, sand deposits, bank, pretty much everything I want to see when I'm looking. So we'll do a few test pans throughout this area, check out the gold, set up the camera, and if we find any gold, we'll come back and show you. Well, I use this because it's easy to pack in and out. Everything I have fits in one little bag, and we go. And the reality is, 2 or 3 of these scoops is all you're going to want to pan at a time anyway, so having a huge, big, heavy old shovel with you when you're out test panning is really just a waste of space, a waste of time, and it's too much work. We use bigger shovels and pickaxes and everything when we're using the high banker, but for test panning, this is what we use. Everything I have here in total is under $100. So we're going to just go ahead and go do some test panning. I'll start over here and we'll see what we get. Okay, I'm gonna pan this out for you guys. And there's some gold. So we got 3 good sized pieces in here. 1, 2, 3. Second pan, 3 pieces of gold. All right, so what this is, basically, when this is super flooded, this is all underwater, this whole area. And now that the water's gone down a little bit, last week this was fully covered in water. Now that it's gone down a little bit, we've got some exposed gravels and sands. Now I did 3 test pans or so here, and I got some pretty nice gold. I'll pull one more little bit out of here just so you can see how much I'm actually taking out of the ground and what ends up being in it. And then what we'll do, if you look over here, you'll see some natural riffles in the water. It's basically just a bed of gravel that the water goes over, but it acts like riffles because there's a whole bunch of bumpiness to it. So we'll take a little bit out of there. So we'll just go ahead and start grabbing some samples. Two little pieces of gold, one there, and I lost the other one. Two little pieces though. This is the biggest one of the two. So we do have gold in spot one. That's the second pan that I pulled half decent gold out of. So now let's move to spot two. All right, so spot number one we had gold. Spot number two we had a little gold, not great gold. Spot number three, no gold. So I'm actually just looking at spot number four right now. I don't know why I didn't consider it earlier, but if you look straight there under the big tree root, all right guys, it's starting to rain here. Like I said, we did 1, 2, 3, 4 areas. I'm gonna do one last area over here on the inside bend and see what we can find there. If not, we're gonna call her quits here. So yeah, I'll check it out. I'm not gonna video it because it is raining. I'm gonna put the camera away. But if we do get anything, I'll pull out the GoPro and we'll take a little bit of a video of it. And then that way you guys can see. And if it stops raining, maybe we'll shoot a little bit more of a panning. I would like to maybe take a look at that bank over there. But other than that, I don't mind getting wet. The camera does. So we're gonna shut her down now. And if we find anything interesting, we'll use the GoPro. All right, everyone, here's the gold that we ended up getting in total from our day outing. Not a huge amount, but enough to make it kind of interesting. So let's go back to the computer and finish out the video. All right, well, that was an interesting little trip. We got a little bit of gold. It's not one of the better spots that we've been to. If you haven't seen some of those other test panning videos that we've done, go ahead and check them out. They're on my channel. If I was in a pinch and needed a place to go to High Bank, I might go there. I want to wait a little bit to see if the water goes down anymore, and then see if I can get into some different spots there. If you have been on the Clearwater, right there, just outside of Caroline, maybe you saw a better spot up the river a little bit, something you can get access to, go ahead and leave that in the comments. Muchly appreciated, and I'll go check it out. Again, we're at a little over 340 subscribers as of the filming of this video, which is awesome. The more subscribers that we get, the bigger the channel grows and the more opportunity I have to go do places. So if you have watched this and you found it entertaining, please feel free to subscribe, turn on your notifications, smash that like button. It's how you show support. It doesn't cost anything. We will be doing a couple of videos coming up. I do have a couple of lynch mining pay dirts, just in case the weather maintains its crappiness. It's raining here right now, and it has been for a little while. So if the weather doesn't get much better, we may do a couple pay dirts for next week, but I would like to try and get out at some point throughout the week to do a couple little creeks or rivers for you, but we'll see what happens there. If you'd like to check out my website, the link is down in the description, as well as my Patreon page, for those of you who really find these videos interesting. So yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and if I don't see you around, I'll see you square.